world's fastest Rubik's Cube solvers will go head to head on Saturday as the Red Bull Rubik's Cubes World Cup reaches its final. The 32 finalists can compete in 4 categories: mixed speed cubing, fastest one-handed solve, speed cubing female, and the rescramble event, where competitors are given a solved cube and need to match the pattern on a randomly scrambled one. The UK's Chris Mills claimed victory in the rescramble category last year with a solve of 17.6 seconds.
Let's go! Yes!
As with other competitors, 19-year-old Mills first learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube from a YouTube tutorial. He was inspired to learn after he saw one of his brother's friends solving the 3D puzzle 7 years ago.
One of my brother's friends, he was around our house one day back in 2014, and we had like a dollar store cube lying around, which he picked up and solved. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I want to be able to do that. And it was one of those boring days. I had nothing to do. So I grabbed my dad's laptop and pulled up YouTube and spent just a few hours learning how to do it. I got like halfway there, then realized the cube I had was awful. So we went over to the local store and got a slightly better one. And then I just continued to watch tutorials, learn a bit more over the next few days. And I think it was on my 3rd day of learning, I finally got it.
Mills hopes to win again this year, but knows he is up against tough competition with Tommy Cherry from the USA.
I hope to win again this year, but there's another guy, Tommy Cherry, who's also really fast and probably better than me. So yeah, I've got to hope I do really well, or he doesn't do that well to beat him. But I guess we'll see how it goes. I'll just be happy to get on the podium again this year, but winning it would be really cool.
Another UK hopeful in this year's competition is 19-year-old George Shuley from Northampton. He can solve a Rubik's Cube in 3.3 seconds at home and hopes to give last year's champion Max Park a run for his money. Shuley first picked up a Rubik's Cube aged 13 as an extension of his interest in close-up magic and was instantly hooked.
So I used to be like really into like close-up magic and stuff like that, and around like 5-6 years ago when I was starting, that was when like Rubik's Cube, like close-up magic, was becoming sort of a trendy thing. So I thought I might as well like get a Rubik's Cube and see like how I do at it. And when I got it, I was just immediately like instantly intrigued, and I thought I might as well learn how to solve it as well. So I went on YouTube across like 4 days. I learned how to solve it, and then yeah, I was hooked. So I just kept on going after that.
The cubes used in competitions are Bluetooth enabled and connect to the challenger's phone, where an app tracks their times and movements to ensure complete accuracy and fairness even when they are thousands of miles apart.
So the way it like works, we'll be competing against each other using actually Bluetooth cubes. So like a cube like this, it says Rubik's connected. It's connected to your phone, and it actually tracks your every single move like through the Bluetooth sensor, which is crazy. So it means you can actually regulate like non-face-to-face like competing. What we'll do is we'll have up to 15 seconds to inspect. We'll like just scramble it using like the notation that we're just given. We'll just be given a scramble. It'll be completely random, and then we'll be like just going like head to head with someone, and just seeing how fast we can solve it. And obviously the first person to finish is the winner. And you got rounds, so we had like seeding, we had qualifiers, and now the finals that are on this Friday, the 3rd of December, they will be the top 33.
Patrick Ponce, 19 from the US, is also weighing for the title. With an at-home solve time of 2.9 seconds, and a competition best of 4.2 seconds. He also learned from YouTube over 10 years ago.
So for Christmas of 2010, I had this cousin that came down to visit from Canada. It was the first time I ever met them, and she had a cube with her, and she could do it. She wasn't very fast or anything, but just the fact that she could do it was complete insanity to me. And then so maybe about a year after that, I learned how to do it on my own, and then a couple months after that, I found out about competitions and all that, and I went to one, and I've just taken off ever since. Yeah.
He said friends and family were initially surprised by his strange hobby, but have now got used to it.
So family and friends, I guess now they're more used to it. At the time, they were like, "This is a strange hobby. Like, what's the point of this? Is there anything to gain from it?" But after a couple of years, they've gotten accustomed to it.
Pons hopes to beat fellow American Park, who took the crown with a salve of 5.9 seconds in 2020.
Oh, I would be very happy. I'd probably post about it on social media, and then that's about it. There's not much. It's a very like instant gratification sort of thing, and it kind of wears off. But yeah, I'll be pretty happy.
Over 4,200 entrants from more than 50 countries competed in the first round of knockout competition. The final 32 will be whittled down on Friday, and the ultimate champions in each event will be crowned on Saturday.
All right, that should be done. Yeah, there you go.